I know this is gonna sound harsh, but I don't think everyone should have a dog. Before you kill me, hear me out. You see the bond that I have with Yenko? That took a lot of work, a lot of time. He is currently 6 years old. He started being an amazing dog. And I was a great dog guardian. I want to say when he became maybe 3-ish, 4 years old. Every dog is different. Every person is different. And so there is this learning curve. But the other thing is that there's a commitment. And that is super important and something that you need to realize if you want to make a commitment this big and have a relationship this important. So here's a couple of things you should keep in mind when thinking you want a dog.
So first, let's talk about lifestyle and environmental assessment.
What does that really mean? Well, sit down and see, hey, these are the life choices I have made. I am not that active. I want a low maintenance dog, a dog that is very easily sociable. I mean, you have to look at all these things that you're not really willing to bulge, because realistically, when the dog comes, if you didn't think about this, you're gonna have to think about it real quick. When we talk about environment, where do you live? Do you live in an apartment? If you do live in an apartment, that's not the end all be all, but then how walkable is the area where you live? How easy is it to access a park or an open area for your dog to run and to exercise? Because that's something your dog needs. What is your lifestyle? What are you willing to change? What are you not willing to change? And get a dog based on that. And hey, maybe you'll realize that right now is not the perfect time to get a dog. And that's okay.
Dogs need time, mental enrichment, exercise, companionship. So are you willing to fulfill those needs for your dog?
The next thing you really have to consider is vet care.
Routine checkups, vaccines, and those emergency oopsies.
Consider budgeting in healthcare, right? So emergencies pop up. Make sure you have a fund or savings so that if anything did happen, because the risk is always there.
Also looking into dog healthcare. There's protection plans that give you different benefits. And so finding something that will fit your needs and your dog's needs is super important. Something that we don't talk about a lot is finding a vet that will consider your thoughts and ideas. You want a vet that's flexible, that will listen to you. You know your dog best. And so if you are with a vet that is not prioritizing your viewpoint on your dog's health, that's a big miss for me.
The other thing is being open-minded, learning. I am CPR and first aid certified with Pet Tech. It helps you keep an eye on things that can be preventable. The next thing that you need to consider is nutrition. Nutrition and vet care go hand in hand for me. But again, you have to look at your budget. What can you afford? What can you not afford? If you don't feed your dog right, they're not going to be thriving. They're just going to be surviving. Now, yes, I know past generations have fed kibble, right? And you could pick a really good kibble for your dog. But please know that your dog also needs fresh foods. Depending on your budget, there's always ways that we could optimize what you feed your dog. Nutrition plays a huge factor in not only the health and well-being of your dog, but also in how your dog behaves. I mean, it is essential, and it's something that you need to think about. Now let's get to the fun part, which is the dog, right? Do you consider the breed of your dog? So remember when I said to make an assessment on your lifestyle and your environment? Well, you're gonna use what you learned there to pick a dog that will fit your lifestyle. We are not going based on, oh my God, I think a husky is cute. Oh my God, a Dalmatian it just fits my aesthetic. No. We're not doing any of that. We are looking for a dog that is going to be a couch potato, if you're a couch potato, that is going to be happy with 2 small walks a day, if that's what you're into. If you're someone that loves to run and likes to live a healthy, active lifestyle, pick a breed that is going to match that. You don't want to have a lazy dog and you're trying to get them motivated to do all these cool things that you want them to do. That's not realistic. You have to find a breed that matches your lifestyle. Each breed has its own temperament, needs, and so that is something that you have to consider when picking a breed that you want to coexist with. You don't want to make a mistake and get a dog that really is going to frustrate you day in and day out, because it's not only frustrating you, it's frustrating the dog too. Now, remember that thing we were talking about in lifestyle assessments? If you're one that wants to be able to travel with your dog or take your dog to restaurants, you have to take the time to do socialization. Socialization is when you expose your dog in a positive way to new experiences. A lot of times in a slow way. So you have to have the patience, you have to be open-minded, and you also have to realize that maybe even after exposing your dog to these new places, new environments, new people, new dogs, that they might not like it. And that is okay. You're gonna have to play it by ear. Put yourself in their shoes. Would you want to be somewhere where you're uncomfortable, where you don't want to be in that environment? No. So why would you expose them to that? Just to satisfy you? That's not okay. Your dog is not an accessory. Again, it takes a lot of time, a lot of commitment, a lot of slow is fast, right? Exposing them is a gradual, slow process. And you always have to remember that slow is fast. Here's a key aspect of dog guardianship and ownership that people often overlook. It drives me mad, but it's something that you have to learn, takes time. But that skill, once you got it, it's gonna help you in everything from behavior to socialization, health, wellness, everything, right?
Spend time really watching your dog. What foods do they like? How do they behave in this space versus that space? Knowing your dog this well will help you catch any health issues, preferences, listening to the choices your dog wants to do, right? That's the power of observation. It will give you that ability to understand your dog. The better you know them, the better you could support them.
At the end of the day, if you want a dog, you have to realize that they're not an accessory. They're living beings with feelings, with emotions, with their own needs and wants. You have to have these qualities in order for you to be a successful dog parent. Unfortunately, some people don't, or some people, it's not that they don't, it's that you have to work at it and you have to be okay with that. You have to accept that some days are going to be easier than others. And in the hard days, it doesn't mean that you need to give up, just take it slow. So if you're still okay with all the things that I just said, guess what? I have a blog dedicated to other things that you probably haven't even thought about. I'll link it down below. If you're a dog parent and think I missed something, let me know down below. And don't forget to subscribe at The Combine Dog for more dog wisdom.